would appear to be the first time I'll be thinking about it, really. I worked hard to be where I am. In a male-dominated organization, yes. I think if we should check the ratio, it could be like 10 women to 1. 10 men to 1 woman. And all the same, the men have an ego, generally speaking, in this organization. We are lucky to have a Comptroller General who is considerate of the gender, female gender, because it's like having 3 men on my rank and 3 women on the same rank, so like trying to create a balance. However, coming up to this level, it wasn't quite easy. A number of men along my path would think I was trying too hard. So what is all of these? Because she's a female, she wants to show she can do this, she can do that. Well, not minding the thoughts of my colleagues, I strove to become a DCJ. I put in a lot of work, and I had to be quite innovative so that I could be, identified as good enough to be promoted to the next level. So it was always more effort from the female than from the men, who took it for granted that if it got to this point, they would just go up. Maybe I'm wrong, but that was my perception when I sat back a few minutes ago to think about this. That was the kind of experiences I had to contend with. So.
Well, first of all, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I'm a grandmother. Over the years, almost 33 years of working in the Nigerian Customs Service, it's been challenging because you have to prove that you can deliver in a male-dominated environment. So you might have to work twice as hard as a man, twice as hard, twice better than a man. But with the coming of the CGC, Colonel Ahmed Ali retired, it has given us equal opportunities. It doesn't see you as a man or as a woman. The management is gender-friendly. Even CGC is gender-friendly, so it doesn't discriminate. And I think that has given us better hopes, and it makes us, we don't want to disappoint him, because it has given us equal opportunities as a man. So we have to work twice as hard to be able to deliver, and we are delivering.
It's not an easy task as a woman to work with the men, but when you have confidence in yourself, then you must tolerate your colleagues. Other sex. So we mingle together. When we are in their midst, we look at ourselves as a male, because there's no women in the service. That's why we normally address us officers and men. And it's not easy to be working, because I remember one time, that was 1992, when I gave birth to my child, my first daughter. It was not an easy task, because I gave birth in 1992. 1993, I was transferred to Abuja. I have to come with my baby, because I must be dedicated to my job. So I came with that baby, and I tried to manage ourselves.
Well, as a woman in medicine, it's not even easy. But if you're a medical doctor and you're a woman lady, already is demanding, and to some extent is a threat, as we always know. Then when you need to go into operative department like obstetrics and gynecology, it becomes worse and much more demanding. And it takes a lot of courage and interest to actually be able to go through. Going for the exam, passing, marriage, child bringing, if you don't have a supportive husband, can be really difficult. A lot of women have dropped out along the line, or some of my colleagues. And then when I joined custom again, which as a female gynecologist coming to work in custom medical. Here I came and I was just in the midst of senior colleagues who are all men. Regardless of who is who, it was a struggle. Before you could even be trusted because people even trust you and think that probably you want to just align and work for the betterment of the women, it's a lot of struggle and it was tough. But for where we are today, I thank God, we are working harmoniously and everything is going on well.
I'm inspired by the fact that when you make an effort, it is recognized in this organization. And it's quite easy because we are fewer. It's quite easy to be an example in this organization. If you can stand upright, people look up to you and they want to be like that, and you have more people to mentor. You could speak to people and they comply. I remember when I had to take a tour approximately around this country to talk to women, because I saw that people were beginning to give up. They were considering, how do I run the home effectively and come to the office and run, my office at the same pace, with the same energy, and my boss won't hate me for what I'm not able to do. We needed to talk to each other and it worked. So I believe that if you could mentor people in an organization like this, because we are fewer, there is compliance. I like the fact that it is easy to be an example in a place like this.
We are specially created from God. We are like men, but because we have a womb, that's why we are called women or woman. And we have some, if you place anything you place in the hands of a woman, it multiplies. If you give a woman money, she gives you food. You give her education, she gives you this. She give her a seed, she gives you children. So women, we multiply things. So the woman is so special in the world, and I know God created us specially with a purpose.
For that, when you are dedicated to your job, especially, we need to learn this job. If you don't, my advice to other people is that they should not look for money. Know this job. When you have that brain, that knowledge, everything will be at your tips of hand. You won't have any fear. Then secondly, you must have confidence in yourself. Then you must bear in mind that they can take you anywhere to work within this Nigeria. So when you have that in mind, the sky is the limit.
Right from medical school, when I found myself in medicine and went through all the rotations, I promised myself that for women and for children, I will live. Why? Maybe for children because apart from being a mother, children don't know how to pretend. And most parents don't take children to hospital only because they will disturb them at night. Because they can't talk, can't say anything. So they are at the mercy of their parents. And their illnesses are such that if it's going to take their life within seconds, if they're going to be well, it's within seconds. And for mothers, honestly speaking, when the O&G was dominated by men were just used as subjects. People don't appreciate what they go through. And as a woman, I know the need, what it is to be a woman, because I used to have dysmenorrhea, that's menstrual pain right from onset. Going to consult a male doctor, I just see the person consulting me, just give pain relievers. There's that empathy of understanding what I'm going through was never there. And since that day, I made up my mind that if I ever become a doctor, I'm going to be a gynecologist, a female doctor. And that is what keeps me going. Even as I'm in Caro, despite the volume of patients that come, I feel happy being in Caro because I've had work job, I've had appointment to go and work in LNG. But the need for care by those indigent people in Caro makes me fulfill that I'm making impact on these females, the life of those I vow to work for. And it's one of the things I'm very happy about.
What comes quickly to mind is the attitude of most women. I choose to challenge a woman who feels inferior to to the other men, because she says, oh, in my community, we don't do this. In my tribe, we don't do this. Well, whatever tribe you come from, wherever you are coming from, whatever you studied, the first thing you are to remember is that you're a woman. And as a woman, you're the mother of a nation, the mother of a community. And motherhood implies grooming. If you can groom people around you, it means that you have the strength that is hidden, which you have to express, so that the other people who are with you can learn from you, can lean on you, and you can achieve to become the backbone of a great nation. So I choose to challenge those women who feel too weak to do what they ought to do.
I choose to challenge violence against women. I believe women, they call us the weaker sex because we have to be under the man. That doesn't mean you should violate a woman. I strongly frown at violence against women, and it's all over the world. There's always a campaign for violence against women, and I think Nigeria should take that one to a higher level.
I choose to challenge the way they treat women in all the units. All of us were the same. There's there are some men, some of our superior, they look down upon women, which is not supposed to be. What a man can do, a woman can do it better.
I choose to challenge the discrimination shown to women attaining some leadership positions in their workplaces.
Happy International Women's Day!